Afternoon all, welcome to this video. Thought I would do one on things that resellers need. That's the thing that I've been thinking of recently, and grabbing a pen and just writing down a few ideas. And I thought, well, I'll come up with 10, and these are the 10 that I've come up with. Those of you who have subscribed to the video will know who I am. My name is James Smith. I run channel JR74. And also, hopefully you are seeing me in a little bit better definition than what you have in the past. There was a few videos I was looking at and they looked a bit fuzzy, and I've worked out what the problem was. I make my videos in iMovie and I wasn't uploading them. I was uploading them in a very, very low resolution. I've now worked out how to upload in a higher resolution. Sorry, not resolution. You live and learn as you go on with this. But it's just a sign that you've got to keep looking at what you're doing and making sure that everything's right. And if something isn't quite right, do something about it if you can. Right, 10 things then. First thing I'm going to mention, everything as well that I'm going to mention, well, most things, and you'll see why later, are going to be in the description below that you can click on and go straight to. But the first thing that I'm going to mention is Sellotape. What an invention. What an absolutely superb invention. You will need this, okay? And this sort of, you know, the sort of Sellotape that I'm talking about, but you will also need the cutter on it as well, because if you're just going to like try and find the end and use scissors each time, it will drive you mad. It will drive you utterly bonkers. You need one of these, okay? Absolutely. And you will also need parcel tape as well. So Sellotape, parcel tape, whatever, okay? This is used for the bigger boxes, for the packaging. I have got one of those handle things that you can put it on as well. So, yeah, everything there Sellotape-wise is absolutely essential. Okay, because the amount of times you need to fasten something or package something, okay, is, well, I'll probably use it every single time I pack something. So in some place or another. Anyway, Sellotape, that's my number one. Okay, item number 2 in this list of 10, I'm going to put as postage bags. As I'm mostly selling clothing and shoes and stuff like that, postage bags are really, really good because they fit into them, and it gives them a level of waterproofing as well, which is really important. I use 2 types of bag. The first type I use is like cellophane here, clear, see-through. These bags are 17 by 12 inches, okay? And what I would do is I would drop, if it's like a pair of trousers or a polo shirt or something like that, into this, and then fold it over and then seal it. You can see at the top there that there's a bit that you strip off and you can seal it. It will then look like this, okay? This is a golf polo, nice Callaway golf polo that's going off to somebody. And then, what I would mention is this. Can you see the size of it? Okay, that is a nice size to stick a postage label on top of. Okay, I could have folded this over again, okay, before putting it into the other postage bag, but then the amount of area that you've got to stick the postage label on is reduced. Always think of this here that I've got here is a good size to actually, you'll see how big the postage, you know how big the postage labels are, but always think about a nice surface to stick the label onto. Now, I will then have another bag like this, okay? This will be the outer layer, and these bags are 14 by 21 inches, okay? Link below, all right? But I find that these are good sizes, because what I can do now is I can take my polo shirt, I can drop it into the bag, we've got now a double layer. All right, so the polo shirt is in the bag. I can now wrap the bag around the polo shirt and it ends up looking like that. Okay, there's a little strip of glue there that I can pull off, stick, and then I've got a decent package then to stick a postage label onto and get it gone to whoever is the lucky recipient. Now, I have had a few comments back, okay, you know, because you can comment whenever you buy things, and a few times it's actually said well packaged, okay, and I could just put the polo straight into that grey bag, but I don't like doing that. I want the person to feel that, you know, it's been looked after and it's been well packaged, and the customers that I'm sending stuff to definitely feel that because it's been commented on, and I just feel that it's a better way of doing it. Okay, just a preference. Yes, you have to 100 is £6, so you are paying that extra £6, okay, but in terms of satisfaction and in terms of getting the customer to maybe come back to your site because they've seen that it's well packaged, I think it's £6 well spent. So as I said, links below. This list isn't necessarily in order of priority, okay? Number 1 is just as important as number 10. But what I'm going to put at number 3 is a printer. Now, you can print off in store. You can do this with Yodel, with Royal Mail, with Every. They do give you the facility to actually print off in store, but I'd be there for half an hour. It's far, far better to print off at home. So I will now put a photo of my printer, the one that I'm currently using. It's a Hewlett Placard one, and it's one of those that takes it from the bottom, and it's also got a photocopier on top of it as well. It actually works quite well. You can get some that load from the back. They are slightly cheaper. I did used to have one, but I found the ones that load from the bottom are far more consistent with the taking up of the paper. The ones that load at the back, I ended up having to load each sheet in. So if I had to print out 3 sheets, I had to load them all separately. It just didn't take it very well. So yeah, I've gone for the bottom loader. Hewlett Placard also have this facility where you can pay $4.99 a month, and they will then send you ink when you need it, the black ink and the coloured ink, and that's quite a good little system, because the cost of printer ink, I mean, how many of you have gone to get printer ink and then come home with a new printer because it's cheaper? I've done that. Also, as well, I am now very, very seriously thinking about getting a little label printer, and these don't require ink. These are thermal, and I'll put a little link below. I know that one of the YouTubers that I watch is a bloke called Rummage Around, and he was promoting some label printers that were very, very good, and he recommended. So unfortunately, the brand name of these label printers escapes me at the moment, but I will research that and I will find it out and I will put it in the links below. So printers are, to me, an essential. You've got to have a printer in your home. Okay, number 3 is a printer. Number 4 is a bit of a combination. Okay, the combination consisting of scales and a Sharpie pen. The scales are essential for weighing your products, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And a good tip is to put a bowl on top, okay? And then you've got to have some scales that it's called Tare, T-A-R-E. And then what you do is you have the bowl on top, and then you press the on button and it comes up as 0. It doesn't weigh the bowl, okay? And the bowl is there, and what I do then is I just literally just put the product on top of the bowl, and it weighs it, and that's the weight. And you can see there I've written Callaway 245 on that because it weighed 245 grams. The reason why I do that is because when I come to print the labels off, there's five things that I've got to send. It's not just this. There's 4 other things as well, 4 other orders that have come through. So I know how much the Callaway weighs. So on the label, there is a section where you can put in the weight. I will then put 245 grams into that. And then when I print it out and it's written on here, I know to match up the 245 with the label that says 245 grams on it, because I know that that is the Callaway shirt. Okay, because it doesn't actually print out the product on the label that prints out. So yeah, I would say scales and a Sharpie pen. These things are great, are essential. Now I'm going to put this type of scale on, and I'm also going to put a type of scale on that I think is better than what I have at the moment, and I will be getting myself one. It's one with like the digital part is detachable from the actual scale, and the area with that you place on is bigger than this circle. It's like a square. I would say they're better. Okay, so yeah, I'm even telling you about stuff that I'm going to upgrade to and that I have learned. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Okay, so that's number 4, scales and a Sharpie. And I think I've got, oh, I have, look at this. I'll show you now. I've got a cup of tea coming my way. You might have heard her sneak in and out. That's the lovely Mrs. S coming in and giving me a cup of tea. Oh, she's lovely. I keep saying I'm punching well above my weight. Well above. Am I cheating by putting 2 things in there? Because that was scales and a Sharpie pen. But they're both using the same thing, okay? They're both used in like the weighing. So that's the way that I would justify that. Anyway, number 5. Yeah, number 5, cardboard. Oh my God. You've any box that comes, keep, okay? And what I do as well, so I've got a load of shoe boxes up there, all right? What I also do, and I can turn the camera so you can see it. Can you see? I've got some cardboard sheets there that I can wrap things in. Okay, so if there's something that doesn't fit into a box, what I can do is I can cut strips off those big cardboard sheets and then use that along with the brown parcel tape. Okay, so cardboard is essential, as well as I would strongly advise that you do this. You know, we're talking packaging stuff here. Okay, number 5 isn't just cardboard, it's also packaging. If you have newspapers, keep them. Okay, because you can just scrunch them up and use them as packaging as packaging in boxes. I do sell a few ceramics and a few breakables, so that seems to work, and it seems to work quite well, as well as, you know, outright fragile on the box too. So yeah, I do get the Sunday Times every Sunday, and I keep them and then use that as packaging. I sold a Nintendo Wii. Have I got another one? I don't think I have. But it was like a Nintendo Wii controller. Now, if you think about the size of those, they're like rectangles, probably about 3 centimeters by about 12. Now, to put those into one of those bags that I just showed you, wrap it in the bag, you're hardly going to be left with any space at all to actually stick the label onto. So what I do is I get one of the magazines that I get with the Sunday papers, and then put the Nintendo thing inside that and put a bit of sellotape around it as well, so that the area then becomes big enough to stick the label onto. Okay, getting that label onto a good area, because it's really important, because it's where you're going to be sending the thing to. So you do have to think about how you're going to get the label onto your parcel. Okay, so that's one way of doing it when you've got quite a small object that you want to send. If you haven't got any padded envelopes, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I'll just put it in a padded envelope. fine, yep, that will work. Okay, but if you haven't got any padded envelopes, which I haven't because I do that, that's what I do. Item number 6. Now, I'm not going to put these into the description below because I don't want them to be sent through the post, or I don't want to be associated with these things being sent through the post. You can go out and get them yourselves, but they are a decent pair of scissors and a craft knife. Okay, basically, I'm putting two things in one again, aren't I? But basically, cutting things. Okay, I need this to cut the cardboard to size. Okay, this is really, the craft knives are really good at this, like the retractable one. That's what they look like. Get down to your local hardware shop and get yourself one, but it is something that you will need, okay, to cut things to size. And as well, always cut away from yourself, never cut towards yourself. Okay, always cut away. Just thought I'd put that in there, just in case you get a bit excited and forget these things when you're cutting things. And, oh, great, I sold this, or I've got to pack it all up now. Woohoo. Yeah, I don't want you pulling the knife towards you. No way, no way. Always think about stuff like that. Number 7, I feel you will need some sort of laptop. If you want to analyze your data and basically make things a little bit easier, you do need the combination of the phone and the laptop. Okay, now, if you've already got a laptop, great. Don't go out and get another one, just use that. Okay, but there's 3 types of laptops, aren't there? There's a Chromebook, there's like a one with Windows on, and then you've got the Apple MacBooks as well. I will put a link to all 3 of those that I feel are, you know, perfectly capable of running your business from. Me personally, I've got myself a MacBook Air, but that is because I create video content as well. And I find that the MacBooks for creating video content are by far and away the best ones to have. But Chromebooks are, for actually just running your shop, a Chromebook would be perfectly sufficient. Okay, so I'll put some links down there for what I feel would work well for you, but please don't feel that they're the only ones, because basically I would say that most laptops could run an eBay store for what you actually need. Okay. Number 8 is what I'm using at the moment to talk to you on and create this video, a mobile phone. Okay, to me, if you're reselling, you have to be portable. You can't just be at your desk all the time. If you're out and sourcing and stuff like this, and somebody sent a message or somebody sent you an offer, you know, I fully believe that the speed in which you respond to offers is part of the eBay algorithm. Okay, how you actually manage your offers and how you actually deal with customers. So if you've got a mobile phone, that makes this far more effective, a far more effective way of doing it. So you can use the phone that you've got already if you've already got a phone. If not, you know, most mobile phones now that either run the Google Android system or the Apple system would be able to run your eBay reselling store. Okay, but I would definitely say that you do need one. Okay, so I've got links to ones that are available below, but yeah, it's virtually essential, I would say, the laptop and mobile phone. You know, I mean, all of these are just as important as each other. Okay, they all are. You need the lot. You need the lot. So carry on watching. Oh, that is good. It's nice. It's nice. She's lovely. Right, number 9, okay, is basically what you can see around me. Storage. You need to think about where you're going to put things. Now, I know that at the moment, actually, this is organised into piles that basically need listing. Okay, I know what each pile represents, and it's actually been organised, and I've got boxes as well to put. If I look, see, there's loads of boxes. to put stuff in. And you know, on this side as well, there's a few of my shoes and stuff, and then I've got the desk at the back. You know, in terms of this, I'm lucky that I had this shed at the bottom of the garden, and we decided to make full use of it by using it excuse me, by using it as a storage place for the business, because this at the moment is a side hustle, but you do need a place to put everything. Okay, but I did start with, we got 2 sheds in the garden. I did start by just having a rack in the smaller shed. I'm pointing over there because that's where the shed is. I started all this off over 2 years ago by having a rack in the smaller shed that with just a few boxes on. That's how I got started. And as I began to grow and get more stuff, and also, you know, prove, because we were making money from it, we both took it seriously, and we both want to develop it. Really, this is, to me, the shed at the moment. Well, if I was to size this shed, 8 foot by 12, maybe a bit bigger, maybe 8 foot by 14. It's not much bigger than that. That's just an estimate in my head at the moment. But I am hoping, as we get more stuff in and as sales begin to grow, which they are at the moment, maybe getting a storage unit, and then finally some sort of like small warehouse is really the sort of steps that I would like to go up in terms of storage. So I suppose at the moment I'm on step 2 in my storage steps, but storage is definitely something that you have to think of. Now, if you watch my videos, I do actually say that I think moving things on quite quickly, if somebody comes in, gives you an offer, and you're making at least, say, 40-50% profit, take it, because then you can get the stuff out and get the money in and go out and buy more stuff. If you are holding out for top dollar on each and every product that you have, I would now currently be sitting in amongst a whole sea of stuff, because at the moment the floor is clear. Okay, the floor would not be clear if I was holding out for top money, and I also wouldn't be getting any cash flow back for me to go out and get new stuff. Okay, so I would start small. Maybe there's some underbed storage that you can use, and just get those little plastic boxes that you can pull out. That would be a good idea. That would be one way of doing it. Or if you've got a spare room that you're not really using, maybe clean that up a little bit. But yeah, the storage aspect, you do need it. Okay, you do need it, and you do need to think about how you store things. eBay has when you list something, you will see that there's a box called SKU. Okay, that is a facility for you to put what box it's in. So as an example, can you see that? If I just move that back, that is box C. Okay, so everything that's in there on my SKU, I've got box C written on. And if somebody puts an offer in for something, or if somebody buys something, when it comes up on my phone or on my laptop, it will say box C. It will tell me whereabouts it is, because I put it in that SKU. It's really important that you do that. Okay, there you go. There's number 9. And then last but not least, number 10 is one of these beauties, a defuzzer. Okay, you can put this over clothes and it takes like the little bobbles off. Sometimes you can find a jumper, but it just needs a few bobbles on it, just needs a bit of debobbling. These can work absolute wonders in making a garment that's still in pretty good condition look even better. Okay, so defuzzer for number 10. All right, so that's it. That's my 10. If you, please like, comment, subscribe, comment on it. If there's anything else that you feel that a reseller would need, please let me know, and maybe I can do 10 more things a reseller needs. But yeah, thanks for watching. All right, and that was my 10. This is Smithy out. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.